Hey guys, it's me, Jenny, Vintage Soulcrafter, and I just gotta tell you, this has been a rough evening. This has been a rough day. Rough is putting it really probably too mildly for all of the people in Las Vegas. Our daughter, who's a dispatcher who doesn't work there but knows a lot of the people who work there, and yeah, it's I really, I'm so saddened and so heavy hearted. And I honestly didn't really, I was thinking like, do I want to do this video? Do I not want to do this video? But, yeah, I think in the end, I need to do this video. I'm finishing up this, scrapbook page for friendly junk journal people for the swap that we're doing for autumn Thanksgiving. And it seems strange, it seems kind of dumb, stupid really, in a way, to do this when there is just so much heartache and sadness and grief and despair tonight in our world. But at the same time, I think, I don't know what I think. I just can't even get philosophical with you guys. It just sucks. It sucks. And that's Otis going crazy. Something's trying to bite him or something. I don't know. But it sucks. And so I'm not going to talk anymore about that. Because I'm like sitting here starting to cry, and I want to share with you guys what I've been working on, because the events, the tragedies, I don't even like to call it events, that just undermines it. It's tragedy. Yeah, it's not an event, it's a tragedy. It's a horrific, hideous, disgusting, nonsensible, you can't make sense out of it, tragedy. And there's just no way around that. And what I refuse to do is to allow an enemy of evil to rob me of the joy that I have in life. And part of that joy is creating. It helps bring me and take me into a space that is pleasurable, where I can safely and comfortably, for a moment, whether that's an illusion or not. People thought they were at a concert, safe and having fun, and then the next thing they know, their lives are being just torn apart. But I'm not gonna live in fear, and I'm not gonna live in tragedy. And yeah, so this brings joy into my life, creating. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing, and I'm gonna continue to do, and I'm gonna share with you guys. So this is the journaling page, journaling/card page for autumn, harvest, Thanksgiving, fall, that I have created. I had this old vintage page of this gorgeous black and white illustration drawing of a fabulous turkey. And I really wanted to use it. I started out with this page just kind of like, I don't know. I know I want to use this turkey, but how I'm going to make it? I want to use this turkey. Turkey, don't be a turkey, turkey. We have lots of turkeys around us here in this area, lots of wild turkeys. They're pretty cool to watch and observe. But man, they freak me out when they run out into the street. They like to be like kamikaze turkeys or something. Anyway, so yeah, I wanted to use this illustration, but I just wasn't sure. There was dimensional requirements for this swap, and they were 8 by 10.5. So 8 this way, obviously, and 10.5 full out. And so that was a little bit of a challenge, because I didn't want to mess up said turkey, but I was determined I was going to use them. And then I have this graphic 45 paper cardstock that's from the different seasons that I wanted to use, because I mean, I have like oranges and browns and all this and that. But anyway, okay, we've sat here and you've stared at this turkey long enough, I'm sure. So let me just get into this. Let's get into this. So it's not totally done, but I'm going to share with you now as if it's done, and then I'll make little quirky little, adjustments and so forth. So turkey has a little pockety thing. There needed to be a couple pockets, tuck spots, tags, etc., etc. And so this front has this lovely tag here made out of this. I love this old index card. It has this nice yellow browning that's starting to happen. That is not ink. That is actually from it. See, no ink on the sides. No magic tricks, no parlor tricks here, folks. That's actually genuine aging right there. And this is some of that same fabric I'm using in the cookbook recipe journal, which I'm also going to be sharing with you because I'm making great progress on that, and I plan on finishing that up this week to deliver to my sister for my niece. So I made a little pocket back here, and this also has a little tuck spot right here for whatever the recipient might desire. There were a couple things that I could have done, like I'm going to share with you that I could have finished off and I didn't, because I figured, the person that receives this might want to, might want to do like some of their own finishing touches. Like I could have easily have used some watercolor on this turkey. If I trusted my skills, perhaps I would have, but I do not, and I did not want to ruin it. So I left turkey as I guess that's kind of a pen and ink rendition there. Maybe it's, I don't know. Anywho, and I'm happy with that. And if the person who receives it wants to add something more to that, they certainly can. And it's same with this tuck spot right here. Whatever they want to add, or if they want to just journal on there, or if they want to, whatever they want to do. So that's up to them. I love using the little remnants and bits and pieces. The bits and pieces, once again, the bits and pieces. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I need to watch my last video for that to have any kind of meaning to you other than idiocy, which I also do quite well. But yeah, I love to use those little parts and remnants and so on and so forth and so on. And that I added to the tab. I did that kind of to strengthen that too. I didn't want it to get, the paper or the page to get frayed. So I just decided to wrap the turkey's tail around the page as opposed to cutting it off. Thanksgiving time is hard enough for a turkey without, me bringing the paper cutter to it. And then I knocked this out. And this also goes in here, actually, I think, unless I change it before all is said and done. But for now, it's going to go right there. So that created this little tuck spot here. I wasn't happy with the fact that the N then was overlapped by turkey's tail. And so I just, added the little, I don't know if you can see that. I kind of have a weird sort of, one of these days, maybe I'll become some kind of, I wouldn't say skilled videographer, but I hope to improve as time goes by. So anyhow, I just added the rest of the N onto that November to finish it off. And then I'm also digging this little part of it. This is another card, and Thanksgiving Day 2017 is on the 23rd. Thus, it's the 23rd card number 23. And it's orange, so that all is working for me. And then I have this lovely box of, let me grab it really quick, stand by. I'll keep this, try and reach across this lovely little box of rubber stamps. I have this small one and then this other large one that I purchased, and it doesn't really matter. It started with getting these other two ones at my antique fair, and they were just individual ones. So M was for our daughter Meg, but she was like, I'm never going to use that, so I kept it and used it for my granny's envelope memory book because her name was Mildred or Mickey. And then J is for Jenny, and it was also in that book used for Johnson, my mother's maiden name. And so then when I saw this larger stamping set that included those at an estate sale, I purchased it. And then I saw this smaller one that has more of the mini me rubber stamps. And that was at a little antique shop place that my mom and I used to love to go to. And we visited it recently again because you get some real bargains there. And so, yeah, I was going to do Thankful, but the F is missing. So it's the only thing that's missing out of there is the F. So instead, which works, I did Thanksgiving Day 2017 with my handy dandy numbering Goodwill fine stamp right there. And so yeah, 2017. And then I just didn't do anything else. This one I did. Okay, I confess. This one I did do a little bit of, inking around the edge. Just a little. So I could have done like flocking. I don't have an F. Meet the Flockers. I decided not to meet the Flockers with this. Oh, you guys, I don't even know. I'm being so goofy. Anywho, I didn't do that because I figured the person who received this, they could dress this up if they wanted to. I like it just like it is personally, but that's just me. And I would be afraid of messing this puppy up. So I just left it the simple route. Thanksgiving Day 2017 and tucked that right into there. And then this is part of the graphic 45 cardstock paper that I used. And so I just went ahead and tucked that in there too because it has Sunday, it's kind of calendar-like card. And then the other part of this page that I really wanted to use was this out of an old Ideals season book that I got, and it's Thanksgiving Day. It's a poem written by Lydia Marie Child, 1802 to 1880. And I just really wanted to include that. So I wasn't sure how I was going to include that. And I actually do plan on going ahead and stitching this in. And so it will be kind of like a 2-part single page junk journal card page. And it has this, over the river and through the woods to grandfather's house and grandmother's house and so forth and so on. Hooray for Thanksgiving Day. So yeah, I just thought it was really sweet, and, and the pumpkin on the table, and just simple and sweet, the old-fashioned curtains and everything about it. And man, we need that, don't we? So that is that. And then I also really liked, because the other side of it is this gorgeous scene that I have all kind of flopped around in order for it to be a page in here. But yeah, it's that scene of a lovely orange fall tree, probably maple maybe, I don't know. And then again, this is part of the cutouts that I used as a little tuck spot here, and one of the tags that I cut out there. And these are just, again, bits and pieces that I just went ahead and tucked in there, and figured that whoever received this could do something more to it should they so desire. So those just get tucked all pretty like up in here in this, not really a belly band because it's not around the belly, but it's sort of a mid-size, midway, no, it's more like a bra band. That's more a boob band. We'll just call it a boob band, shall we? It's not a belly band. When it's upper like this, it's going to be here on out. Okay, I'll put that on later. A belly band, because I could probably fuss with that for, I don't know, another 20 minutes. So yeah, we'll just do that later. So boob band up here that says November. And then that opens like that, and then that's like that. And then I created another little Every Leaf Speaks Bliss to Me, fluttering from the autumn tree. Another little tucky spot here, because like I said, that was part of it. It was supposed to have tucky spots. And then I did some of that fabric on the back of this too, partly because and it has that little pocket. I'm not overly crazy. It just, I don't know, this green is kind of like, ugh. And I love green. It's not the green. It's just the pattern's a little bit overwhelming to my own eye. And so I thought it needed something to help break up that a bit. So, and then over here we have another tuck spot created, and used a little bit of some lace from a pillowcase that I have, some remnants. and some of the other side of the paper cardstock, and you know, just creating a little more fabric and lace and paper collage. Leaves are falling, autumn is calling, and oh, thank goodness it has cooled off here and we have a lovely breeze making my allergies a little cray cray, but that's all right. And then this pretty digital image printout of a very old Thanksgiving card that my friend Bonnie, hey Bonnie, she's just a huge part of my life. I guess you guys figure that out, right? So you know someone for 10 years and you know that's how it is, and we're good friends. So wishing you a peaceful Thanksgiving, and oh mercy, yes, Lord, please. But on the back you can see that it has this date stamp of 1910. So totally legit copyright wise to be able to print out that lovely. And I have another one. I printed two, you know, just to make the best use of the cardstock. So I might include that for the recipient and they can do with it as they will. And then here is the back side of it, which just says, "Ah, autumn, wishing you a bountiful harvest." And of course, that's a tuck spot there as well. I have this last little tag that I love. I love this little tag that I created. I did it. I made it myself, you guys. I made it myself. There is this Etsy store, this, that, and whatever this and that. I'll see if I can find it and link to it down below. But she's got just so many charms and doodads and gizmos and gadgets and cool things. And I believe they're all vintage, either that or they're like no, it says that they're vintage. So anywho, this is this adorable little rusty owl charm. And so I included that. And this is kind of like a multi-layer tag. So he's attached to the little bulb pin there, little Tim Holtz bulb pin. And then the tag is bonfires, pumpkin pie, falling leaves, apple cider sweaters, all the lovely things that we like. And then it's got, you know, the back side of that tag, and then there's another tag, and I don't know, I wanted to use all of the elements, so I did. I made it happen. And again, the little remnant pieces, I just love that. And then this is a piece of this cardstock burlap that I've been wanting to use, that I've had for quite some time. And then this little tag right here, and then you probably can't see it, but it's this very old acorn brad that's in there, and it's Acorn is the brand, and then it actually has an acorn on it, and I just think that's super cool. It's super cool to me. So especially since it's fall and, you know, all of that. So I'm digging this little tag right here, and I just put that on there because that's where the little pin goes through. And I need to figure out where, I don't want to, maybe I will tuck it in. It'll just be like the coup de grace on here, or maybe I will, you know, pin it to that. I was going to pin it on this side. I was going to pin it maybe right here, but then this is starting to feel pretty heavy to me. Like I said, I am going to sew this in. So I don't know. It needs to go somewhere. I don't want it to go up there because I'm happy with all those. I could put these things in the back. I don't know. We'll see. I'll figure it all out. But anyway, I wanted to share this lovely with you. And as I said, I am getting close with the recipe book for my niece, who, I don't know if I shared with you guys, but she's going to have a baby. She's going to have a baby. My niece is going to have a baby. She's one of my twin nieces, and so that's pretty exciting that my sister's going to be a grandma again. She's got a few other grandkids from my nephew and my niece's brother, and now she's going to have another. My niece just got married in May, so she probably got pregnant when she was in Greece or Rome or one of those places. So anyway, it's coming along. This is actually the second signature that I'm pretty much done with, and that might be a combination of the second and, yes, it is. It's the second and third signature. So you see, I've made progress, and so I will be getting all of that done very soon, and I will share that with you. But this was the main thing, and once again, just you know, uh, we got to keep moving on, you guys. We got to do it and do our part in this world to bring kindness, to bring goodness, to bring love. And so with that, I say good evening, and keeping all of the people in Vegas in my prayers for sure. So good night, guys. Thanks.